Are you confused about Cross Server Showdown, or you just simply don't understand how to get the maximum amount of points, or just to be efficient in this game mode? Well, don't look any further, because MrSneaky's got you covered here, Shroomers. I'm going to give you the ultimate guide so you can understand this game mode, because this is arguably the most fun I've ever had, and it's so goddamn interesting to play when you get involved. Hello guys, yes, smash a like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, an official Legend of Mushroom content creator. And on top of all of that, if you're watching this video today, if you hold out until the 1st of May, boom. Yes, we have now got a sponsor with Aptoide as well. So if you're running on the AppCoins wallet, via maybe the internet browser, BlueStacks, and obviously your Android main devices, you're going to be able to type in MrSneakyy as a promo code now on your AppCoins wallet. And guess what? I'm going to save you 5%, boys, off all of your purchases. So remember, if you want to support me really easily and making sure you get that maximum value anytime you make a purchase, just type in MrSneakyy, boys, on your AppCoins wallet and get that 5% off, right? So let's get into the Cross Server Showdown and let's explain this whole event, because I know you guys, this is what the main event's all about and what you clicked the video for, right? So it's pretty simple. This is a server versus server based event, and obviously it's your server versus 3 others, right? Nice and easy. And what you're aiming to do is have 2 roles. You have a attacker role or a defender role, and you can choose to be either one depending on some circumstances, which I'll showcase in a moment, right? In addition to that, the reason why you're trying to obviously invade or defend is to generate a bunch of rewards like any other game mode, right? And you're going to be exchanging those for, as you can see, some weekly rewards, and this is the easier currency that you'll obtain, which is this showdown points. This is just from any type of participation in that event. And then when you go down, the more important ones is gonna be your crystals. These crystals are earned through doing specific tasks in the game, as well as obviously doing PvP in this Cross Server Showdown. So you're going to be completing a load of tasks to try and get as much of this as possible in one run. So then obviously at the end of it, you can exchange them for some good prizes. And if you're wondering what prizes to run, I personally, obviously, when it comes to the weekly stuff, I like getting, obviously, the soul crystals, right? You need the soul crystals and soul essence, and then afterwards, I go up and get the magic lamps and pickaxes, and maybe if you want the speed up, go for them at the end, but I do get these 2 mainly. And then what I am personally going to say for everyone who's looking right now, if you're brand new, right? If you've got a brand new account, similar to mine, that's under 120 and you're still getting to that end game climb, what you're going to be getting straight away is these class specific skill, because these are definitely class specific, right? Windborne Arrow is good for pretty much any of the archer class. If you want to run archers, you can pick this up and be very, very safe from this. Same with Crimson Moonfall. If you are a mage player, this is going to be the skill that you're going to be grabbing. And as you can imagine, if you're the warrior, or should I just say the warmonger, because no one plays swordsmanship, which is unfortunate for them. But 100 slashes, right? 100 slashes is going to be an amazing skill for those warmongers, right? So you're going to be able to get 2,000 and get that, right? And if you're wondering how to get 2,000, it's going to take you, I believe, a maximum of 2 cross server showdowns, because I am able to get a maximum of 1,000, I think, per time. So just make sure you get that 1,000 and you're good, right? You don't have to worry about any others. So let's showcase the easy way, which is the tasks. The tasks are very, very simple in this. All it's going to do is promote you from completing the normal tasks. So when you invade at least twice, you're going to get 120 of them, as you can see, plus obviously 300 gems and 200 lamps. If you are able to get 5,000 score, which is very, very easy, and I'll explain the point system after, you're going to be able to get, as you can see, another 120 of these crystals plus 300 lamps and 450 gems. Really, really important for you for that part. And then the next one is the exact same. So you're going to get 450 gems again, 120 of that crystals, and 300 lamps for simply defeating monsters. So that's a PvE content when it comes into it. And then the final one, same exact rewards, and this is for killing 15 enemies, right? So that's all your tasks you need to do in that. And once you've completed all of these tasks, the only way you're going to be able to get any more of these crystals is from participating in multiple more invades. So that's through killing players and doing any of those PvE content areas. So now let's break down all the points and showcase what the map looks like for you guys when you start to invade into your Cross Server Showdown and you've gone out of this port. So what we're going to just quickly showcase, and I'm going to pause during this footage, is basically how you can invade and attack, right? So I'm going to be clicking, as you can see, onto this enemy server. So S11174. That's the invasion that I'm going to be doing, right? And all you got to do is click onto it and hit go to battle. And as you can see, once you hit go to battle, your very first and only, your very first one of the day is gonna be 0 gems, right? You're gonna get a 0 gem invasion, meaning you get a free invade. Every single time after you're gonna invade your enemy is going to cost you 2,000 gems. So it'll be 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 every single time you want to invade, which is honestly very, very cheap, and it makes it very, very accessible if you want to keep going in and having a little bit more fun with the attacking side of things, right? Before we want to go into the actual invasion, what you want to do is actually pick one of the 3 classes. And as you can see, just next to my little boy here, we've got the Berserker, the Gorilla, and the Exorcist, right? Each one of these have a different role in this mode. Personally, I'm not going to say, you know, this is the best one, but I felt like it was. Berserker, right? Berserker's giving you the PvP bonuses of HP, attack, and defense. So anyone who's trying to attack you, you should have that bonus against them, even if they're a stronger player that might not be running it. Because the other 2 ones, or other 2 classes that you can pick, will grant you basically scout vision and a bit more like utility-based stuff, which is honestly okay. But the other one, which is very good if you don't want to do any sort of PvP and you're specifically trying to do PvE style content, is going to be the one, obviously, for that. It's going to give you PvE damage and evasion and just stuff all catered to the PvE style of invading. So what I would do, pick your class. Once you pick the class you want, then go into battle. We're going to showcase this whole process now without stoppage. So we've gone in, we've picked the room, boom. And now we've got the invasion screen. And this is where the point system is going to come into play. Because obviously you're going to earn so many points. And you have, as you can see at the very top, a 10-minute timer in order to do so. So you cannot waste any time. So there's going to be a very basic principle that I want you guys to follow. If you go into any of these stages and you can't kill the boss within 5 seconds, you need to stop. Because if you get past 5 seconds and it's going 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds, what's going to happen is it's going to cause you to honestly lose a bunch of points, because you're basically wasting time over time, right? Which is really weird to say as a mouth jumble, but we've got you covered, because my main boy, I'm not gonna lie, one of the biggest spenders in our family, has been able to do a really good job as an elder, and he was able to explain all the points, right? So if you are going into the Candy Paradise, right, as you can tell, this is the easiest zone in all of them. You're only going to get 50 points per mob and 100 points per player. So technically in Candy Paradise, it is better to kill players than it is to kill mobs, because you're going to get double, obviously, the score of that, right? With every other area, like the Lich King Kingdom, the Forgotten Ruins, and the Shroom City, it's going to always maintain 100 points per player. So no matter which area you go to, you're always going to get the same points per kill per player. So please remember that. 100 points per player kill. Now, going into the second zone, this is Lich Kingdom, right? Or levels 110 to 120 on the top right corner. You're going to be getting 125 points per mob. So this is already better, right? You're getting in basically 25% more points per mob than you was on a kill. So what you want to do is pretty simple. Kill a mob, kill a few players, and kill a mob. Because the thing is, as you'll see when I go into the invading of the PvE style, there is an internal cooldown on those mobs. So you need to make sure you're not wasting time. Like, that's kind of the main gimmick of this whole game mode, right? So now if you go to the Forgotten Ruins is 200 points per mob. And then finally, Shroomy City, the hardest location here, 130 to 150, that is 300 points per mob. So you're getting triple the amount of score for killing a mob than killing a player. So that's why you want to be in the right zone. So again, if you jump into the Shroomy City and it takes you 10 to 15 seconds to kill one guy, honestly, don't do it. Just jump into the one below, and if it's taking you 5 seconds to kill it, that's beautiful, because you're gonna be getting 600 points compared to 300 points in the same amount of time, right? So let's just showcase now what invading looks like for you guys, and then I'll showcase the defending side, and that's pretty much going to summarize the whole Cross Server Showdown. So the final place we need to talk about, and it's going to go straight into the PvP side as well, is this Capital of Light, right? So the 4 zones I've covered already, and the major point zones where you can just jump in, kill mobs, kill players, and it's very simple to understand. The Capital of Light, though, is almost like your home server's, nexus, or like main heart. It's the main thing that keeps you guys basically running. In here, what you're going to see is 3 different giant icons, which is going to obviously bamboozle a lot of players for the first time. And what this is basically a super boss. And this boss does not deal any damage to you. All it does is stand there for you to kill. And it's all down to, as you can see, all those red defenders around it to defend it. They need to stop you from attacking and killing these things. If you are able to kill one of these light cores, you are going to get the maximum amount of points available, especially for your server. So this is very important if you're trying to obviously win your Cross Server Showdown. You need to coordinate as a family or as a server to drop in and attack maybe all 3 of these all at once, or to obviously attack and defend your own all at once, because by killing these you're gonna get, like I say, some insane damage. And you can see from here, look, my damage is insane. I'm not taking any damage. I'm basically invading in it all 24/7, and when it does hit me, I take like 0 damage because of it, right? So as you can imagine, if you're looking for skills, I would recommend either 2 skill setups. You want the best PvP setup, so you can obviously fight other players in PvP, or you want to bring your best, like, PvE flat burst combo, which has no healing attached, but pure damage. So you can just fire the maximum amount of damage to this thing, because you're not going to be taking anything back. So you can do a crazy build when it comes to it. And now you can see, look, the beauty of Cross Server Showdown, right? And while you're invading, my other family members have now joined me to invade. And what we're going to be doing is obviously fighting and fighting and fighting to try and kill all of these light cores. So that is the Capital of Light. That's how the Capital of Light PvP system looks like and works. And what I'm going to do is just fast forward out of this fight just so you can see me fighting a player, right? So a player will pop up, and if he pops up, you just need to click them, hit the attack, and it just goes into what you guys would recommendly see from your standard PvP, right? Your normal arena area. And once they're down, they need to obviously wait for a respawn timer. And this is a really good little tip and trick for you guys. The respawn timer does increase. So if you die straight away, you're going to have a 10-second timer. Then it's going to go to 20, 30, 1 minute, a minute 30, and it just keeps increasing and increasing. So you need to make sure you're not dying every single second straight away, because you're going to obviously lose out on your 10-minute timer of invading. So what I'm going to do is fast forward this. We're going to go into some actual PvE footage of when we're invading into the Shroomy City, so you can see the difference between that and obviously a Capital of Light invasion. Hello guys, and yes, we're going to be invading now. I'm going to showcase how the invasion works again and explain the nice little tips and tricks and details for this. So for myself, I am going to go into that Shroomy City because I am able to kill everything in there really fast. So that is obviously my account. And when you're on here, you can see we've got a bunch of different things on the screen. You're probably wondering what is what, right? So these little red guys, you know, these little red boys just over here, they're going to be your mushroom players. So those are all PvP. If you jump onto one of them, that's going to be a player. If you look at this little crown guy, that's basically a elite boss. You don't get any more points for killing them, but that's an elite boss. And then just where I am is also another mob. So all you got to do is pick an area, hit the little teleport icon, and jump into the PvE fight. And this is where I was saying to you guys, you need to remember that timer of before. You want to get something killed under 5 seconds. I got it on 4 there, and then start going to your next target. And this is where I'm going to showcase the bad side of what players keep trying to do, right? You're going to see here, I'm going to try and target this mob, but it's going to be on cooldown. So are you ready for this? Boom, challenge is on cooldown, right? I'm trying to go in and I can't. And this is because every mob, once you've killed it, does have an internal cooldown time of around 10 seconds, right? So what you want to do as a person, as you can see in this situation, is very simple. You need to make sure when you teleport into a better or good position. And what does that mean, you're probably wondering? It's pretty simple. You want to go somewhere where there's a player. If you can go where there's a player, you're going to be able to fight player after player after player without a cooldown timer, and then go into your mobs, right? And it's a very nice chain of command. What I kind of do is try and kill like 3 players, 4 players, and then kill a mob. So you can see me here going to do that, right? We've got myself looking for an area. We're going to find this little nice spot. I've got players all around me, and you can see I've got mobs around me. So all I'm going to do is go attack this player, kill him. I'm going to get that 100 points towards my score bonus, and as soon as I've killed him, I'm going to start killing one of these mobs, and boom, straight in, right? I'm not wasting any time. And once I've killed this, as you can imagine, I would be looking for another player if able. If I'm not able to get another player, I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds and just walk up, as you can imagine, to these mobs, because they're going to be the next thing I'm able to grab. If you want to, you can rock it on auto and choose player and obviously mobs. That's something you can choose to do, but I personally don't like it. I just kind of just run around, go close, and click onto that person, right? So now this is pretty much the simple as, right? Go around, go to the correct area, kill as many mobs as you can, kill as many players as you can, and you should be able to get over 5,000 points very easily for your daily tasks. And once you have done in your evasion, it will kick you out just like that. It's very simple. It will just kick you out and give you all of your, little feedback, like you can see, and you can carry on playing in this game mode. But obviously, it's not done there. As you can see, you don't just stop with invading. You can now go and defend, right? So if you really wanted to, you're going to be able to go into your own server, which is obviously my server is S1290. So I'm going to be able to jump into that server. And if anyone is trying to attack or trying to do something crazy, like, kill my players or kill my family, I'm going to be able to jump in and defend them. And this is what's really important on your game. The reason why it's so important is because you might be in that island mode like you just saw me, and you might get a notification pop. There will be system notifications after notifications telling you players are invading and players are dominating. And you can see here, our players are all teleporting in at the time to try and kill these guys who are obviously trying to destroy my light core or my server's light core, which we don't want them to do, right? So all we are doing is on defense duty, and it's the exact same as before. All you want to be doing here is obviously kill players that are trying to invade. And the beautiful thing about this too is you can technically go into like Candy Paradise and so forth like that and defend those areas. And by defending in those areas, you're gonna be able to obviously kill mobs, and you can still kill those mobs and get so many points of rewards before it will cap out. So make sure you do check out all those areas. Please attack, please defend too in your Cross Server Showdown. And that, honestly guys, is pretty much the whole game for it, right? We're here in the main game now. We're on our next Cross Server Showdown. You can see I was able to get over 14,075 points in one run. I slayed over 95 monsters in that basically, and I got a personal ranking of 15, which is really, really cool. Our server was rank 1, or our server ranking is 1 from it. So yeah, it was a really fun game mode, and honestly, Cross Server Showdown is one thing you guys need to be doing because it's so good, it's so fun, it's arguably the best game mode I've enjoyed so far in this game, and I can't wait to maybe see some of you in the future in matchmaking. So if you've learned how to do this Cross Server Showdown, you thought it was very informative with the points description, how you can do stuff, you know, in regards to attacking, let me know and hit that comment section below. And if you've enjoyed it, smash a like and subscribe to the channel. My name is MrSneakyy, and like I say, we are an official Legends of Mushroom content creator, and I've even got the Aptoid 5% discount code. Just check out the links down below to download Aptoid or download your Opcoins app with obviously the MrSneakyy code if you want to input it in there for 5% off, boys. And until the next video, stay safe guys, stay sneaky, and peace out.